Hello and happy gaming, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and today admittedly a day late. I apologize for that, but today we're gonna. Actually, no, it's like 2 days late at this point. Either way, I apologize. No, it is a day late. I just remember Thanksgiving was last Thursday, and things were a little delayed. Hold on. Thank you, Sierra Mist. So today we are doing the theme run for Justice from the game Helltaker. So again, thank you for throwing your votes into the ring. There weren't many this time, and for the most part, it looked like things were pretty even up until about the end. So it's making me think that either there weren't very many strong feelings about this one, or that there were a lot of very mixed results. So whatever the case may be. So Justice, again from Helltaker, is otherwise known as the Awesome Demon. And I think that's mostly just because of her very positive personality. She's a very friendly character, and one of the only two characters in the game where no matter what you say to her, she has a positive reaction to it. So, and because of my spread, I don't think there's any one council member that I would really dislike coming up to. Because even if I were to front load the difficulty with Freya, my basic would still do a lot of damage. So I think I'm just gonna go for it. And at least we get the biggest pain in the ass out of the way early, right? So, but because of that, it's really difficult to determine what exactly Justice's abilities are, because she doesn't really have any negative reaction to the player, or really to anyone else. Like even when you're dealing with Judgment and trying to get away from her chains of punishment, or whatever they're called. Chains of, I don't know if they're of anything, there's chains. But when you're trying to get away from, or trying to dodge Judgment's chains, she's basically saying something along the lines of, hey, good work, keep it up, and you're not sure if she's talking to you, or if she's talking to Judgment. So, she genuinely has no major qualms with anyone, which, again, just gives her a very friendly and outgoing personality, which, I can dig that. It's probably why Justice is one of my favorites. But I mean, every character in the game has... Good job, you. But every character in the game has a lot of personality, and it's... Considering how short of a game it is, and how few chances you get to actually talk to the characters, it actually says a lot that I can divine so much about them. Oh, okay, you don't stop at the edge with that one. Alright, I'll have to be more careful. Alright, what do we got? Oh, we're definitely upgrading both of these. Well, thank you very much. So you'll notice I'm going with a... Oh, gem locator, alright. You'll notice I'm going with a very close range, kind of open-handed kind of spell style for Justice. That would be because, again, you don't really get to see much of her using her abilities or anything. But you know that she was the former High Prosecutor before Judgment. So know for a fact that she has the ability to fight. And the gloves that she wears, they do look like martial artist gloves, and apparently they were gifted to her from Lucifer, something that... I don't know if that's something that you can only figure out on the wiki, or if there's something to it that I hadn't found out about in-game, which is more than likely what it is. But because of that, I have to imagine that the way Justice gets work done is mostly through hand-to-hand combat. And you can tell by looking at her hands that she doesn't have claws, so it's not like the way that Melina or Estrada get work done. Berserker's Axe. A base Arcana with another Arcana increases its critical hit chance. So now I'm kind of torn between get that or try to pick up something from the Good Doctor. I think the tapping gloves are going to be my better option. It's not a very difficult thing to follow up a basic with something else. And I'm really not in need of health, so yeah. Tapping gloves it is. Following up basic with another Arcana. And gives me a 25% critical hit chance. I can dig it. Oh, hello, Taffy. That was quick. Punch the crap out of him! And I will definitely take Tectonic Drill. And the reason why I'm okay with Tectonic Drill, even though everything else is sort of hand-to-hand focused, is because the way I look at it, looking at the way Judgment fights, it leads me to believe that Justice herself would have had the ability to conjure, like, I'm sorry, I can't talk today. I was at work early, and I have to be at work even earlier tomorrow, so cut me some friggin' slack. But no, to finish what I was actually saying, Judgment has the ability to magically conjure tools like chains and whatnot to try to give the Helltaker trouble. It leads me to believe that Justice probably had similar abilities because she was in the exact same position as Judgment. She was the former High Prosecutor. And again, it leads me to believe that she has the ability to do similar things, and with her, I'm guessing, propensity for hand-to-hand combat, the Tectonic Drill seems like an easy option there. Plus, it's just a freebie for beating Taffy, so, you know, I see no reason not to. Oh, you suck. Alright, you're in trouble now, bub. There we go. Okay, so, in what way can I justify her using bubbles? With the same justification I gave last time of, oh, but she can magically conjure tools. Bubbles are tools, right? I don't know, I'm gonna wait and see what Anders has to sell before I determine whether or not I want to try to cheese my way through that explanation. But it's with the idea that Justice is a bit of a hand-to-hand fighter, as far as I can tell. I haven't heard anything different. But that goes very interesting with the idea that she is also blind. Like, she doesn't just wear sunglasses because they're cool, she wears them because she is, by all rights, blind. And it doesn't seem to trouble her at all. Faster cooldowns, thank you. That's right, I can do it in 2 different directions. I keep forgetting that, but more often than not, I don't really need it. but it is an option I should make better use of. Bloop. Yeah, I'm going to use that bullshit excuse for bouncing bubble because, hey, I could stand to have a ranged attack. But so long as we're all aware of the idea that ranged attacks are not necessarily the strength of this run thanks to the Dark Katana. There we go. But the combination of Tapping Glove and Dark Katana does give me a lot of critical hit opportunities. And I will be using them to their fullest. Now what I could really use is something like, I don't know, like shearing chain? Because that's basically Wave Fist. Yeah, I can do that too. Ow. God, it's just a boss killer. Even against Atlas, who resists Earth, it's just a boss killer. Yeah, I can't justify... Well, I mean, I can, but I prefer the bubbles. I'm trying to get a good wind-based melee. Do I need a good wind-based melee? Not really. But it would continue to... Yeah, maybe you should have stayed hidden behind that statue, fool. The focus on melee is rather interesting because that's another similarity between Justice and Johnny Cage, and that's if I have Justice's abilities right. Because Johnny Cage, his whole thing is that he is, for the moment, he's a very focused rushdown fighter in Mortal Kombat. And for those of you who don't know their fighting game lingo, what that basically means is that he's... There we go. What that basically means is that his playstyle is one where he wants to essentially rush in and be, if not constantly, be very aggressive. Vortex Veil. That's an interesting one. But again, I think I'm gonna wait and see what I can get from Anders, if anything. Ooh, Kasim's Airy Cloak. That brings the whole rushdown thing into a new perspective. Alright, by all rights, that's probably better than what I was thinking. And the way that I'm playing Justice is also very rushdown. So it gives them a little bit more similarity. Johnny Cage, of course, isn't blind, so it makes Justice's approach to this whole thing much better. Hey, you guys should hit those bubbles. Thank you. Alright, we are doing very well. And with all of these abilities being very high in their single hit damage, it's making it real easy to just smash through everything. And then, to address a point that I haven't yet, yeah, I'm just going to sell him the gem locator. I really don't need the extra gems, and I have no synergy with the gem locator as of right now, so I really see no harm in doing that. But maybe someone who knows a little bit more about the lore of Helltaker, hey, let me know if I was at all correct about the way Justice gets work done, because she seems to me like she'd be the kind of person that would thrive in hand-to-hand combat. I could, of course, be very wrong about that. But I'd say between the specially emblazoned, is that the word I'm looking for? Between the specially emblazoned gloves, that clearly look like boxer/martial artist gloves, between the way that Judgment herself uses her abilities to create chains and other tools of torture, it just seems like that's kind of the direction I'd be leaning. And let me know if you guys agree with my take on this in the comments below, of course. Or you can always hit me up on my social media too. I'll have links to that in the description as per usual. That's right, birds. Good birds. Take that. Yeah, because of her generally positive attitude and the idea that she's almost always got a smile on her face, it should come as no surprise that Justice is perhaps my favorite character from Helltaker. And don't get me wrong, I like most of the others too, Zedrata being kind of the standout there, because they call her the bitch demon, so I mean, yeah, they're rather self-aware that she's probably not the most likable of company, but I think they maybe took that a little too far, because she seems almost too unlikable to me, but then again, maybe I'm just a jerk. Oh, that was smart. Guess damned if you do, damned if you don't. Alright, so how much you want to bet I'm going to find the Equester cap somewhere along the way? It's like, if I find the rainbow tail, I'll almost always find the Equester cap somewhere. And the justification for teleporting. Well, actually, most high-ranked demons know how to teleport or blink. Not all of them, of course, but many of them. So, to me, that just seems like a no-brainer. There we go. Now, I don't know if the demons in Helltaker know how to teleport or not, but in general, demons, or at least high-ranking demons in most opening games do know how to teleport. This is the case in Dungeons and Dragons, and it's certainly the case with a lot of games I play. A lot of demons know how to teleport or open portals or things along those lines. Now, that usually doesn't mean being able to teleport between worlds, though. That's usually something that they need, like, a outside assistance or a gate of some sort for. I have an idea. By the way, there's binary splashdown a second time if I didn't have enough water-based skills. Alright, so let's see if you give me anything interesting from a bouncing bubble. What do we got? That looks like Water Pulse Agent. So it is. Now we'll go get the Bouncing Bubble upgrade. And we just got a few more rooms that I want to check, basically just for money and resources. Alright, so that works out about as I expected, but also a little worse than I expected, because it's going to keep knocking enemies out of melee range. Okay, all of you can cut it out now. Alright, I'm about tired of you. And this is Pathfinder's knapsack. Ooh, you know what? I'm down for that. And you know what? This makes sense because Justice has always got a smile on her face, so I am perfectly okay taking the rainbow tail because I get the feeling she would just like it. Here we go. Oops. Alright, so yeah, I was kind of right. It works okay against bosses, but it still kind of knocks them out of your melee range, which is a little annoying. Inferno Beam. That doesn't seem like a very Justice move, but there you go. I can't justify that one as a magically conjured tool or like torture device. So yeah, I can't really do that one. Hello, Mercury Sandals. That one's okay. I don't need that. So maybe that. Maybe Electrifying Smock is my go-to. God damn it. I hate how those little bouncing bots have just a constant hitbox. There we go. That's what you deserve. Sorry, your icy caltrops won't work on me. But fortunately, Tectonic Drill will stop at the edge of the pit. It didn't used to. Matter of fact, a lot of the dashing melee arcana didn't used to stop at pits. Hello, what are you selling? Wait, you're not selling anything. Maybe Golden Arbor of Envy. Maybe. And that's not even a guarantee. Like, right now, I might just be better off just only heading into the end with a few relics. A few specifically chosen relics. There we go. Perfecto. Sorry guys, but one of the things that a rushdown does is once they're in your face, it's really hard to get them to back off. And you know what defines a rushdown character isn't not having a projectile. More often than not, a rushdown character will have a projectile just to open it. Like, maybe not like a super great projectile, but definitely nothing that qualifies them as a zoning character, which, by the way, is someone who is a character that gets their work done by essentially just shutting down spaces, and usually it's done with projectiles and area of effect attacks. So, I mean, I guess if you didn't know your fighting game lingo, this is as good a time as any to learn. But to kind of put it into perspective, and for those of you who play Smash, a good zoning character, like an example of a zoning character would be like Link or Samus. Characters that try to shut down movement options with lots of projectiles and traps. On the other hand, someone like Sheik is a rushdown character, someone who's fast and whose entire strategy is just to get in your face and keep comboing. And using the Mortal Kombat example, and this is based off of the knowledge that I have of Mortal Kombat. Like, I don't know how Shang Tsung fights in Mortal Kombat 11, so I'm sorry. Like, there were things about Mortal Kombat 11 that actually turned me off the game almost entirely, so. I hate strafe archers so much. Alright, well that was horrible. Alright, well let's buy a potion, and then do I take the electrifying smock? Yeah, I take the electrifying smock. Because that is now going to increase chance of improved stun duration and bonus signature charge. I see no reason not to take that. See? Rushdown. That's how it works. Anyway, as I was saying, based off of old information, like from, let's say, Mortal Kombat 3 era, Johnny Cage or Nightwolf could be considered Rushdown, whereas someone like Shang Tsung or Kitana would be considered Zone. If that helps you guys put it into a bit more perspective. Might come back for Thesis on Defense. If I had found the Hand of Midas earlier, I probably would have taken the Mercenary's Dagger, but as is, I just feel it would be a bit of a mistake. Go away, you little bouncing shit. Ha! And that has a hitbox that goes behind it a little bit. I love it. And yeah, I think I owe Tectonic Drill an apology. I know I said that when I did the Spotlight episode on it, but wow, I'm starting to realize that perhaps that's. I still am not sure I like it very much as a signature. Also, because seems very broken. Okay. That and the Bowser Shell are like some of the best. Are some of the best defensive relics in the game. Oh, hello, invisible shit. Invisible kid, never see what he did. I don't even like that album, but now I've got that song stuck in my head. Like, I have every Metallica album on my phone's hard drive so I can listen to it while I'm in the car, except for that one. And by the way, if you don't know what I mean by that one, trust me, it's probably not the one you think it is if you're not sure. Nice. I suppose I owe you an explanation now. What do I mean by that one? Well, after Load and Reload and their Symphony and Metallica live album, Metallica just kind of went off the grid for a little while. And I think that was because... Oh, hey, Shock Assault. I mean, I can dig Shock Assault, can you? I certainly can. And again, that seems very Justice. So does Furious Tempest, though. Oh, no, it doesn't. I thought it was something else. But when they went... And I think that was because... Oops, because they were having problems with their bass player. Or whatever the problem may be, I don't know. But when they came out with a new album, they had come out with an album called Saint Anger, which sounded so completely different from the rest of their work that a lot of people were just kind of left saying, is this really Metallica? Is this really the kind of work that we do? Correct. And it's not to say that there were no good songs on Saint Anger, but it's kind of not so great. Like, I definitely view it as one of their weaker albums. Heh. Beautifully done. No shock wire, but thank you. Damn it. I screwed up. There we go. Now let's see if this works the way I think it will. Kind of. Perfectly done. Kind of. I mean, they could have gone down faster. Yay! There's nothing here I really want, or there. Alright, well, this is one of the few times I pick up the rainbow tail, and it's not immediately followed by the Equester cap. Go figure. Alright, I'll switch Bouncing Bubble in for Shock Assault if it turns out I can't get rid of the Null Flash agents this way. I can get rid of most of them. Oops. Teleported right into it like a genius. Alright, go away. Thank you, Beseemsary Cloak. You are the best. Oh, nice. Now, for some reason, even though I say I don't do melee very well, I feel as though I've done very well on this run. I think it's because every spell option that I have has some amount of movement attached to it. So I don't need to initiate every attack from right next to my opponents in order to get it to land. And we've got another signature. Come on, buddy. You can do better than that. And that's why your Null Flash agents suck. And obviously they caught me off guard, but I don't like them. And there you go, Justice in a nutshell. So what can we expect from Johnny Cage? Not gonna lie, it's gonna be similar but different. As one would expect, it's kind of how most of these theme runs go. But that is Justice, and like I said, she is my favorite character. By all means, go check out some of the lore for the character. Check out the artwork, or better yet, just check out Helltaker. It's absolutely free, and I think it's a really fun game with really interesting characters that, honestly, I would love to see in some other area. Like, since Mortal Kombat seems to be on this roll of adding really odd characters to their roster, like, and I doubt they'll ever do like an indie game character, but hey, maybe add one or two of the Helltaker characters to Mortal Kombat, or maybe add them to a different, like, anime-based fighting game. Maybe the new Guilty Gear. Who knows? Just we need to see more of these characters, is what I'm getting at. Is we need to see more of these characters. We need to see more Lucifer. We need to see more Justice. We need to see more especially more Cerberus. That's all I've got for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for staying patient with me. I know it's kind of difficult when you're counting on someone's content to show up and it's like, oh, sorry, work schedule. So again, I apologize for that. But yeah, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Again, thank you for spending some of your free time with me. I know it's very valuable. It's a commodity that we all enjoy. And I will see you guys in a future video. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you